Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's going on? This is Salty Language, episode 317.
The not so stone coldiest podcast on the network anymore.
Yeah. It's
wah,
true.
Wah.
Yeah, episode 316 is behind us, so.
Oh, I don't have the right page pulled up on my soundboard.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
I wish I had a soundboard that was fucking gigantic, so I didn't have to have all these different pages of sound effects.
Right.
Like a legit radio station soundboard.
That would be
buttons.
ridiculous, is what that would be.
I wonder how much those cost.
Probably too much, but you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Radio DJ soundboard. There we go. It's probably gonna be one of those stupid like, oh, here's a bunch of sound effects. That's not what I need, you ass.
Yeah. Here's an app that does all that. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, no, I don't want an app. I want the actual board so that it's more reliable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That way you don't have to worry about charging it, or it's just plugged in. Boom, you're ready to go.
You are picking up what I'm laying down here, sir.
You could even put little fancy labels on them if you wanted to. Like, that's what this button is. Yeah, I would hope so.
Right? If not, I'd be just randomly mushing.
Well,
just mushing.
I mean, that is your normal technique for things.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I apologize in advance if you hear me sniffling through the show. I'll try not to, but fucking nose is running like crazy today.
Back, okay. Sorry.
Not your worst one of the week. I mean,
no, I know. Oddly enough, is it? So are you is it allergy season for you, sir, or are you just?
I don't really know.
Fighting the power.
I took my stuff today, and maybe it's all the nose candy. I don't know. No. Have you taken your allergy medicine? Sure have.
You betcha.
All of a sudden, all this energy. No, I don't know. I was outside for a while today, so, that's probably what it was. My body has a severe allergy to outside. So,
nice.
It doesn't like sunlight.
Allergy.
Yeah, it doesn't like sunlight, doesn't like, all the allergens. Yeah. That's why I stay home in the dark.
Right.
So what'd you find?
Well, I found that I can get one, and I don't know if it gives you multiple options there, but it's basically got 16 buttons for $100. I don't know about all that.
I don't know if 16.
Of course, I don't know shit about shit when it comes to this stuff, so
yeah,
I'm just Googling, as best as I can Google.
So you
I
typed
really
in
need
sexy
something that's got 64 buttons.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play sound effects like Beethoven over here.
Yeah, that's what that's what I figured.
Yeah.
What you need is one of those Casio keyboards with programmable buttons.
Oh my God, Brian, you are a fucking genius. Hold on, programmable keyboard.
Oh man. That's
Survey
ridiculous.
says. Now we're talking. Oh, those are actual keyboards. That's not what I need.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it. Yeah, for gaming and stuff, where you can
Keyboard
custom
music. Yeah, that's kind of expensive.
Yeah, figured
for that one.
Be.
God damn it! That'd be kind of cool to actually have a keyboard though, because then I could maybe learn how to play some music, and then hit a switch and just it'd be all Macho Man sounds.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd sound like the organist at a baseball game during our show, Dun, dun,
Yeah, exactly.
dun, dun, dun.
How great would that be?
Beer.
Ooh. That's a lot of rum. There we go.
Well, you like them stiff, so.
Yeah. Hey, hi-yo.
Oh, hey. Oh, that was really low.
I'm sorry. What was that again, Macho Man?
More seductive than sex.
Oh, thank you, sir. Now, just to warn everybody, because I had to turn it up a wee bit so you could hear the luscious sounds of Macho Man, I might play something and you all go deaf all of a sudden.
That's always a risk.
That's what happens when you listen to salty
language. Well, that's also the disadvantage of having this. I would assume on the other keyboard or the soundboard, you probably have more things you can fiddle with to.
Yeah, I would assume so, right?
I don't know, because we don't know shit about anything. But
no, I don't know shit about shit yet.
Right.
About shit. Well, what is this? Ooh.
This is
60 programmable keys. What? It's a USB programmable keyboard. But it's not like a keyboard I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm zooming in. It's this button has a curve on it. This one has a circle. What is this for?
I don't know.
I think I found some sort of bizarre. I'm so confused, Brian.
Is it for gaming, maybe? Because I know a lot of keyboards for gaming have customizable.
I don't know.
Doohickeys.
Oh, it's got blank. Okay. Yeah. Now we're talking.
So you could program them as you please?
Yeah, it kind of looks that way.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Instantly program macros, hotkeys, or multiple steps. What if I just want sound effects?
Yeah, that's a good question. You probably still,
I know what I'm looking for exists.
Yes.
I just don't know what it's called.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
It's if you were out hunting for a unicorn, but you didn't know what the fuck a unicorn was called. You just be that horse with the thing, the horn.
That horse with the dildo. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. But eventually one guy would be like, oh, a unicorn. And you'd be like, yes, that's what it is.
No, it's a unihorn. Why would you call it a unicorn? No. Anyway.
It is actually a way more accurate name.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand.
If he had a corn cob coming off his forehead, it makes sense. He doesn't.
God damn it. Again, every once in a while something happens on the show and I'm like, if I wasn't so lazy about drawing.
I'm just saying, though.
That would be the image art for this episode, would be a fucking horse with a corn cob, Jesus, on
and
its
I
head.
here's what I pictured a corn cob.
Mm.
It's like rainbow, each kernel, so it's like a gradient.
Well, because it's, magnificent or whatever, yeah.
Well, because it's a unicorn and they're magical creatures.
Right.
You imagine how delicious unicorn on the cob would be? Oh my God. It would be the best thing ever. I don't even think you need butter.
Oh, shit. No, probably not. I mean, I would assume it's a very whimsical treat for sure.
Right? I can only assume that's why the, hypothetical unicorn hunter is hunting this creature.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean,
Going to have himself a real crab boil.
boy,
Some of them...
that would be awful though. Cause you're only going to get one per. So do you take the one and cut it up like 15, into really small pieces, or just take all the kernels off of it, so it'll go further? I mean,
I assume you find multiple unicorns.
Okay.
Just fuck mythical creatures.
That may not be easy. Unicorn, unless you're in, Whimsydale in, Diablo 3 or something. There's a lot of unicorns in that.
Whimsydale's a place?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a,
I despise that name.
Well, it's got there's a certain goblin that when you kill it, it opens a portal to Whimsydale, and you go there, and basically there's all sorts of loot. There's gifts like birthday gifts basically, and when you destroy them, there's just a shit ton of stuff comes out. There's piñatas you can destroy, and then the enemies on the board are like unicorns, teddy bears, flowers, like that kind of thing. It's ridiculous.
Sounds ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But every time you open it, you usually will go through it because tons of loot.
Because loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The name of the world really should be Luke Cage. Just saying. But yeah. So, speaking of that, have you started watching Defenders?
I have not, because my Netflix ran out, and I didn't so much have the money to renew it, so I just renewed it.
I'm a couple episodes in. It's I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm.
So no spoilers, I suppose.
Not yet. Soon. No.
Exactly. I don't have a soon zone.
Yeah. Odds are by the next episode I'll have crushed it. So
excellent.
Yeah, I plan on starting it.
Right.
Yeah, probably tonight or something. I had a lot of wrestling to watch this last week, so that it was probably good timing for my Netflix to run out.
Was it some sort of event last week or something?
SummerSlam. Yeah. So
gotcha.
On Saturday they have an NXT, basically pay-per-view. It's like 2 hours. And then Sunday was SummerSlam, then Raw, SmackDown. And then on Tuesday night they have that 205 Live for cruiserweights. And then Wednesday is NXT. So
good Lord.
It's a lot of wrestling to watch.
Sounds like a baseball schedule.
I know, right? And then nothing until the next Monday. It's kind of weird. It's not spaced out. Yeah, it's all front-loaded on the week.
Right.
So, whatever. So, yeah, like I said, it's probably good timing. So. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Not that we get into politicking very much on this podcast, but someone else has resigned out of the White House, Brian.
Wow. That's impressive.
That is impressive, isn't it?
It is. Jeez.
I want to just kind of leave it at that, though, without getting too deep into the subject.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. So, so how's the week been?
Yeah, it's been all right. I mean, nothing terribly exciting.
Mm-hmm.
For my employment situations.
Yeah.
I have to have a DOT card. It's like you have to go get a physical. So the Department of Transportation's like, you can drive. Good job.
Sure.
Basically.
Hot. Sounds hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Silly. It's very silly.
Get to go get your nethers groped while you cough.
No,
No?
That would have cheered me up a little bit if I would have got my nethers groped a little bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, it should, you know.
I mean, I did have to do a piss test, and I was like, you know, they should have gave me about 18 cups. They were ridiculous.
See, I'm always the opposite way, because a lot of, like, the only time they usually take urine samples from my doctor, or at my doctor, not from my doctor.
Yeah, he's like, this is for my private collection.
He's like, here you go, Brian. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, it's clean. Use it for drug testing. The only time they do that is when they draw blood, you know, the same time. Because, you know, because of my liver issues and kidney issues that I've discussed at length on the show. So anyway, so when I go in there, I schedule the blood work like as early in the morning as I can, because you have to fast, you know?
Right.
And otherwise what happens is, you know, I'll roll out of bed at like the crack of noon, or, you know, 3-4 o'clock. And if I were to go in then, I'm starving to where it's like, I have to eat now. And I just start eating chairs or whatever at the, you know.
Right. Accurate.
So anyway, I've had like no liquid in me. So, you know, you pee when you get up, and I'm like, I don't have to go.
Right.
You know? So usually they end up having to give me like a bottle of water, but like, don't drink too much because that can alter the test. Like, well,
my test is fucked then.
Well, no, they mean like right then.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
Well, because the place I went to opened up at 8 a.m. because I tried going the day before. Mm-hmm. And it was just a shit show, and I was doing it while I was working, and I'm like, I don't have time for this shit today.
Right.
But you know, when I get up in the morning, I like crush. I mean, because all we have is pint glasses now, basically. Yeah. Because we're gentlemen, mm-hmm. And so I just crushed a pint of water. Like that's my first thing I do in the morning.
Right.
You know, but then I made too much. No, we didn't have coffee in the morning. I had to get coffee. So yeah, I crushed water, and I crushed another water, and then on my way there, I hit Starbucks, got just. I ain't coffee, like slap your mama large coffee,
right.
You know?
Fair enough.
And yeah, it was like, but here's what pissed me off though, is the place opened at 8. I walked in, like they unlocked the door and I walked in, mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Put my name on a thing, top of the list. And then I sat and I'm drinking my coffee and I sat and then other people came in and they accepted the other people before me. I don't know if they had appointments because I was just a walk-in. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's fun.
But, I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, brother's got to piss hard.
Right.
And I know I'm getting a drug test.
Right. And it's like, if I go now, I'll have nothing for the drug.
Over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's it's so weird. Do you ever... This is going to be so fucking stupid. Have you ever gone when you can barely go and you just basically dribble in the cup and they're like, oh, that's plenty, but you feel like you failed?
I can't say.
Oh, all right. There's one time I went and, she's like, I don't need very much, and I was like, I have nothing. Cause again, I had nothing to drink except for a good, long drink of water when I first woke up. Because I do the same thing as you. Right. I have a water bottle, by my bed, whatever. And when I wake up, I'm usually like put half of it down, so it's about the same amount of water. Yeah. And I was just like, it's like, sorry. And she just looks at me.
Like, hey, you want to come in here and help me massage some of this out?
Whoa. Bring some more cups. Anyway.
But so, I did all that. Filled up a cup and then some.
Yeah.
And,
right.
Which always makes life because they're like, don't flush. After you fill the cup, don't flush.
Oh, yeah, for the drug testing. Yeah, because they want to make sure you're not dumping anything.
I'm like, whatever makes you happy, sir. Right. That's fine.
Right. So you took a Duke in that? No. Like, I only can pee when I'm sitting down and, well.
Sorry, I had one in the station.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, I should have said you make, but anyway.
Yeah, I made. Sorry, I made.
That'd be fucking... I'm sure somebody's done it,
Oh, I'm guaranteed.
I'm sure there's someone.
Just some sort of, just awful Guinness dump.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be after a nice hard night of drinking, go in there and do that.
Oh,
you look like a mafia hit in the toilet.
I'm pretty sure you should be brought up on criminal charges if you do that. Because, the day after a night of drinking is usually not pleasant like that.
Good Lord.
It's terrible.
Brutal.
Go figure. You pour a bunch of fermented shit into your body and what comes out? Awful.
Yeah, exactly.
Concentrated awful.
But so then they're like, okay, well, I did the eye test, all the dumb shit they put you through. And they're like, hey, go in this waiting room and she'll be with you when she gets a chance.
So you disrobed.
I should have, because I probably would have had time to do whatever I wanted in there.
Put your balls on everything.
Exactly. Put my balls on everything. Yeah. Maybe just tug one out real quick.
Like, Tony, please warn me before you do this again on your Snapchat.
This is my new account. Balls on everything.
Yeah. Do you remember that sketch from The State where Ken Marino would come in, be like, what did he say? It was like to put my balls in or something like, or dip my balls in it. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You gotta dip my balls in it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And that was all basically he said. And no matter what it's basically that's what she said before that's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. And way funnier.
Yeah, I think so too. But
yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I keep derailing.
But no joke. I was in total by the time I got in there, she finally came in and groped up my back and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I was there 2.5 hours.
That's a good time.
It was fucking insane.
It's like a day at the spa, I'm sure.
And then the last time I got a DOT card, they actually give you a card you're supposed to put in your wallet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm filling out the rest of the paperwork, and I'm like, so where's my card? To the lady working the window. She's like, it gets applied to your license, but you have to go to your BMV to take care of that. So I went, okay. So I was like, I left there, and I was like, I'm already a couple hours late for work now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, I'm going to be a little late. I got an appointment. Didn't realize it was going to be 2.5 hours late.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck it. I'm already this late. Let me go to the old Michigan Secretary of State.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in, and I was probably 30 deep in line. No, that was the next day. I was 20 deep in line. And I sat there for 15 minutes, and I went, I got to get to work.
20 deep is not that bad, actually, for that place. Normally it is 30
but I was like, I'm going to give it 15. I was like, I'm going to give it 15 minutes. And if I get close, I'll hang out. And it didn't really move.
Yep.
So I was like, I need to get to work. I don't have time for this shit.
Yep.
So I went back the next day, because on Wednesday they stay open till like 7 at night. So I went after work, and this is when I was over 30 deep in line.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's usually awful if you go late. Yeah.
Yep. Take the goddamn number, and I'm sitting there, and I got. Well, when I first walked in, there was this young couple, and they had a service dog with them just sitting in the middle of the floor, which instantly annoyed me. Because I get the whole service dog thing, but I'm looking at both of them. I'm like, you guys don't need a service dog.
They might. You don't know.
But then they moved and sat there was a guy next to me, and they sat next to him because a couple chairs opened up. And the whole time, the people working are like, everybody crowding by it, because there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah.
They're like, everybody crowded by the door, move over here. And all these people moved over here. And then another lady's like, hey, all you people that moved over here, I need you to move out of there because there's people taking tests. And people literally just left.
Man.
Just looks of disgust on her
She's
face.
lucky that they didn't
Oh,
riot,
dude, it was insane.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, but I'm sitting there trying to zone out on my phone and just waiting. And I got a dude sitting next to me that won't shut his mouth.
Yeah.
Like every time someone at work says something, he's like, we're paying her, but we're salary. It's a whole
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, all I get is just like, gosh, shut the fuck up. And finally he left, and then some little dinky Asian broad sat next to me and started yapping at the dude next to her, and it was the worst conversation I've ever heard in my life. Like, I just moved here from India. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help. I'm already on edge and annoyed, right?
Yeah, of course not.
But that's when the dog couple came and sat. And this is when I wanted to I love dogs. I wanted to adopt a dog into my own family and throw these people off a cliff. Because they were a pretty young couple, and the girl just kept going I need you. And she was talking just like her whole time. I need you. Whiny, high-pitched squeal.
Awesome. Yep.
I really need you to go and get me more monies. And the guy would be like, no, we can't. But I need more monies. This is how she talked the whole time we were there.
Wow. All right.
The dude that was sitting directly next to me on the right, his number got called, and he ran to the counter like he got shot in the ass.
I bet. I mean, yeah.
It was a horrific experience. And I don't care how delightful her buttocks looked in her yoga pants when she finally got up and walked away, because it was delightful.
Okay, well, at least there's that.
Seriously, like Hulk Hogan, big boot, leg drop.
Right.
That's what she deserved.
Spray paint their back. Yeah.
Yes, it was horrible.
Now, really
So
quick, I want to point out that, remember, was it 2 weeks ago or whatever, or was it last week? I don't remember. When I was like, I have to renew my ID, and I was like, I really don't want to go in.
Yeah, this is the reason why.
Yep.
Because for all y'all who don't know, Brian and I live in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have your classic, DMV or BMV or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
We have to go to the Secretary of State.
Yep.
Which is open Monday through Friday, like 9 to 5, except Wednesday, and they're open a little later.
Yep.
Which is horrible for like myself, who'd work till 5 every day.
Yeah.
It's the worst fucking experience of my life.
Yeah.
That's why whenever it comes registration time, I renew it online.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said
not dealing with that bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I said with mine, it was just more of a, well, I have a beard and no hair now. I, probably should go get a new picture. Otherwise, like, if I could just put, paste a selfie into the website or whatever, I'd be all over that.
You should check into it.
Yeah, I'm going
Especially
to.
after this experience.
Right. Well, in fairness, I can pick my spot a little better than you, though, because, I don't work, so I could go whenever I want.
I mean, the day before, I was there at 10:45, and it was insane.
Yeah. I know not to go at lunchtime and not to go near close because they're horrible. On Wednesday after 5, they're usually just a nightmare. So actually,
although I have heard the one in Monroe is a little smoother because it's bigger.
That would make sense, but I don't go all the way to Monroe.
Yeah, exactly. But so finally, like the clouds open up and a beam of light hits me, and they call my fucking number.
Yeah.
I go up there. I'm like, I just need to get my DOT, put on my license. I don't know if you put a sticker, whatever you need to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the lady's like, okay, CDL. And I went, no, I don't have my CDL at this time, but it's something I'm doing in the future.
Right.
She went, oh, well, then all you need is this form you already have. We don't put anything on your license about a CDL. So I sat there for nothing.
Oh, I'm sure you were really happy. Nothing. I'm sure you were skipping out of there with joy after that.
Well, I couldn't do anything but laugh.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was just like, huh. Okay, I'm like, well, that was a very pleasant visit with you. Have a fine evening.
Yeah.
I just left.
Well, I guess at least you weren't,
it's not her fault.
Yeah, but at least you weren't like 3 hours late for work because you were sitting at the DMV.
This is true.
So,
yeah. And I'm not the type to take it out on her.
No, it's not her fault.
Because the dumb broad at the clinic misinformed me.
Yeah.
But, good googly moogly, Brian.
Yeah.
That was like a hell of an experience.
Oh. So did you go back to the clinic and smack? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm good. If I don't have to go anywhere near there ever again, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not pleasant.
No?
To say the least.
Seems like it was. Seems like you had a great time.
And the rum's tasting better and better now.
Well, yeah, you've had some.
I know, right? Plus, I'm, I feel like I just got a great weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, right. Understand.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'd be fucking mad.
I was.
Yeah.
I just I'm driving home. And I was like, I'll just talk to Gina when I get home. And I'm like, I got to call her because somebody needs to hear what I just went through.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Here, I have to make your day worse.
Well, even if it's just going.
I know, yeah.
Here's what happened, and then I hang up. You know?
I know. I'm just shitting around, but,
I'm sure her response after she hung up was basically like, "Oh, good for you." Yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
That's Jeannie from Hobie, by the way.
Yeah, right.
She's been adopted by another show.
Yeah, it happens. We get stuff lifted from us all the time.
Accurate. That's hilarious.
Good fun.
Man. How about you? I mean, I got some other things, but what about yourself?
I haven't done a whole lot this week. Big surprise. But I have some kind of just some random shit. First of all, excuse me. I bought a drawing tablet. I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. And I've never taken it out of the box because, that's what I do. And so last night, I was like, you know what? I'm going to hook this sumbitch up. I'm going to, practice on it a little bit, try to get used to it, maybe do a little scribbling or whatever.
Draw a unicorn.
Yes. Dude, I absolutely can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get used to this thing.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just a matter of I'm so used to when you draw, you look at what you're drawing, right? With this, you're looking at the screen while you draw. Now, don't get me wrong.
That's got to be bizarre.
I did, we had to do figure drawing classes that way, where you weren't allowed to, you didn't look down. You just looked at what you were drawing, and you just, whatever. And,
right.
But it was really weird. I had to change it around at first because it has this hover option where you could hover the pen, I don't know, half an inch off of it. And you could move the cursor that way without actually putting a line on the paper or screen, Well, I was like, okay, that's a good idea. The problem was every time I put the pen down, basically I'd put the pen down in one spot and the cursor would be way to the right. So I'm thinking, okay, like a mouse, you can kind of move the mouse, then put it back where you had it and move it again and move the cursor to the middle, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. When you set the pen down again, it goes right back over to the right. So if you drag the pen left, it'll go to the left. But I couldn't get it where I wanted on the screen. So I jumped into the settings and was like, okay, I can turn it from hover mode to mouse mode. And once I did that, that fixed that. Then wherever you point the pen, that's where the cursor
drops
was.
the cursor,
yeah.
right?
So I was like, okay, that was an irritant for me. Got it out of the way. And now
just real quick.
Yeah.
Because I'm confused, but not confused. Say you're drawing, right?
Yeah.
And you have you're working on some dude, and you're working on his right hand.
Yeah.
And then you want to move the cursor over to his left hand. How do you know where you're dropping the pen on the fucking pad?
Well, you can see. Well, yeah, that's actually the second problem.
Okay.
But
You're getting to that.
You can use the pen to move the screen. Also, this one has touch on it, so I can use my fingers to move the canvas.
Right.
And then drop the cursor. But the problem is it's a rectangle drawing surface on the tablet. And okay, basically picture if you used your phone to project on a wall. Okay? The phone is small, but it projects much bigger on the wall, right? That's basically what this drawing tablet is to the canvas. So if you put the pen down at the bottom, it'll be on the bottom of the screen. But if you move it half an inch on the actual tablet, it'll put a 4-inch line.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I was trying to just do stuff like sign my name, do letters, just real simple shit, draw circles, whatever. And I don't know if I can't get the hang of it because it fucks with my head so much that I'm not looking at exactly what I'm drawing.
Yeah, I can see that being weird.
And really, I'm drawing it a ratio. I'm drawing it, I've got to draw small so that it'll show up on the canvas. It's really messing with my head.
Is there something in the settings you can make a 1-for-1 situation?
Not that I saw. I'm going to look again, but I didn't see anything. And I figured, I'm going to jump online and look around, maybe try to find something. The other thing that kind of stinks is there was a tutorial for this thing, but since it's so old, they don't support it anymore, so you can't get it. So I went on YouTube's, naturally.
I was about to say, you should check out the YouTube.
But the tutorial, I couldn't find their tutorial. There's other things that are how to use this tablet in Photoshop. And I'm like, yeah, that's easy to figure out. You open Photoshop and then you start drawing, or Illustrator. It's, basically that's all you do. But it was frustrating, because I was first of all, I haven't drawn in forever, and really that's what I was going to do, was just kind of dink around with it, hoping to, not really do anything serious, but, maybe do some just warm up stuff,
Yeah.
Maybe draw some shapes, do a little shading. One thing that's awesome, absolutely awesome about it, I do love, is that it is touch sensitive, to the pen. Or pressure sensitive, I mean. So the harder you push, the darker the line is.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. Because I was barely moving the pen, and it's these real fine light lines. And then I was doing it, just doing that darker. And I was like, okay, this is getting the hang of that. But like I said, the other stuff was so frustrating. So I don't know if anyone happens to have good tips, for me and how to get used to this. Let me know. otherwise, basically, I'm going to, like, I'm at some point going to just be like, okay, if I want a drawing tablet, I'm going to have to either, like, get one of the new iPads and the pencil, or, you know, a new tablet with a pencil, or save forever and buy one of those Cintiq tablets that you draw directly on. You know, that way where I put the pen is exactly where my line goes. Because I think that's what's messing with me, is it's just so weird looking at the tablet and then looking at the screen, and then, yeah, and don't get me wrong, I have drawn with a mouse before, you know? Like, I mean, that's weird though, because it's, you know, my right hand versus my left hand, but I don't know. So
it's like, just kind of fucks up your whole learning curve you already have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly, and that's why I said it's like I don't know if I'm going to be able to get used to it, you know, because for some,
you know, but
you know, we'll see.
It's like, you remember when Nintendo 64 came out?
Yeah,
we were like, "Fuck this controller!"
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But then a few months in, you're like, "This thing's badass."
Like, I don't mind this.
Not only can I like grip it like this and grip it like this, I could use it like a boomerang.
Very true. Yeah, so that, you know, but like you said, you know, it's just a little frustrating because I was kind of excited, you know, like, you know, maybe lay some lines down and, you know, yeah. So, man, what are you going to do? You know, like I said, I'll look on YouTube for a better video maybe, and I'll, you know, maybe I'll jump on Reddit and see if there's.
I'm gonna slightly shift gears on here.
Okay.
Just slightly.
All right.
We're gonna stick in the art field though.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I know you're like, hey, I'll be trying to get back into drawing and using the tablet and stuff. What if, Brian, say we did a salty language field trip and did one of those like drinking and drawing situations?
It's funny you mention that because I was actually thinking about that the other day, but I was like, he's busy right now with the other, you know, with the multiple jobs and everything, because they have them down at the Art Depot. So
I'm thinking an SLFT.
It seems like a good idea.
SLFT.
I like this idea. Yeah.
Plus, Brian, you know, it's across the street from the Art Depot.
Oh, I do. It's Home Slice.
I was going to say amazing sushi. Oh, but yeah, Home Slice pizza too.
Well, you can go get sushi. You can go get your sushi. I'm going to get
No, but yeah, seriously, if that's something you want to do, we can definitely.
All right. Yeah, we'll.
You know, get a school bus and go. You know, get some permission slip signed and go down there.
I like that idea a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Although I don't know, I want to say they do like wine though. I don't know if they do. I'm looking.
We can find out. It's no big deal. You just ask them on Facebook or whatever. I follow them already. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect with that. You know, like I don't know if it's like nude models or.
Well, I'm pulling up their website as we speak.
Ooh, that was rough.
Now it's been like forever since myself was drawn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got all sorts of supplies if you don't have stuff. So.
Oh, I don't have shit.
Yeah, like I have all sorts of things. I have multiple sketchbooks, pencils, markers, what kind of almost anything you'd want to draw with. Unicorn blood.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. You want me to give you a quick synopsis? Oh, it says it's BYOB.
Okay. Cool.
7 to 10. It costs $10 BYOB.
Nice.
There you go.
I can live with that.
No pre-registration necessary. Space is limited.
Yeah.
We provide you with a nude model.
Oh, okay. Well,
music.
there you go. Oh, wait.
Bring your own beer, wine, ideas, and drawing tools. Get together and draw. Have creative dialogue. Drink and collaborate.
I don't want to have creative dialogue. No. I'm not interested in talking to anyone. I just want to go draw naked people.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you think I became an artist in the first? Yeah. Why do you think I became an artist in the first place?
Every time I draw a nipple, I'm doing a shot. Woo!
You've got one of those big like newsprint pads, and it's just all nipples. Well, and they just progressively get worse. You know, that's something I've never done is try to draw when I was hammered.
Well, now we have time.
Yeah.
We have a chance.
I do kind of wonder what it, you know, because you're not going to be able to control your arm as much.
Well, so it's the first Tuesday of every month.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. I like that idea. Neat. I've been kind of like wanting somebody to go do one of those, you know, but it's like I don't really know anybody else that likes to do the drawing, you know?
Well, I mean, I used to love doing the drawing. I just haven't done it in forever.
I guess realistically, they don't even have to like it. They could just go and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck it, I'm no good, but I'll go draw. Just series of...
titties or a dick, whatever. I'll draw it.
Yeah, that's going to be my luck. It's going to be old dick.
Exactly.
Just like in school.
The droopiest of balls.
Yeah. Like I said, just like in school.
Look, I'm sorry to tell you, Brian, but I'm tonight's model.
Fuck. Like, I was wondering why you're wearing a robe. I just thought you wanted to be comfortable.
Walking a Ric Flair robe.
Yeah. I just thought you wanted to be comfortable. Like, well, this is going to get weird, but all right.
There is no instructor present. Why would there be?
I don't know. I mean, I would assume if you're going to that kind of thing, you probably, I mean, maybe not. I guess, maybe you've never drawn folks before because, like, I never really drew people much until I got into college.
Right.
That was the first time that I ever really started doing figure drawing because, they don't teach it they didn't teach it in, like, high school and stuff. We did a little bit in commercial art, I think. Like when we were, or one of the art classes I took where we were like covering basics. But it wasn't the same,
Right.
So, yeah.
All I want is us to show up with just like cooler, full, tall boys.
Yeah. And crayons and some construction paper.
Have some like legit people and they're like, dude, oh God.
I have seen some legit
they're not taking this
drawings.
very seriously as I'm drinking my Merlot. Hey, hand me our Coors.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah.
Can you please pose in front of my pyramid?
That's what you're drawing?
It's just cans of beer.
Yeah. Oh man. Or better yet, you put like the head of someone else who's one of the artists on the nude model.
Yes, exactly.
Like, like I made the cans bigger too.
Like, sir, why are you drawing that plant when we have a live new model here? I'm like, I'm just saving that for my spank bank.
Yeah. It's like, I already took a picture.
Yeah, exactly. Did you notice my Snapchat spectacles?
Oh, yeah, right. Oh. I would hope they would turn that away.
Yeah, I would hope so too.
Yeah.
Like, sir, you have the Snapchat spectacles and your drone with a GoPro need to
right.
go.
Yeah. Right. It does make you wonder a little bit though. I mean, what if you went in there and you've got, an iPad to draw on, like that's what you're going to draw on for the night. I mean, you're kind of holding it up. I mean, you'd be like literally pointing it at the model,
Yeah.
You could be a total creep probably.
Definitely.
As long as you turn the shutter sound off.
I mean, I don't know what they would like, because there's legitimate digital art like that.
Yeah.
Who are they to say, like, hey, fucker, you're supposed to bring in paper and pastels? Be like, bitch, this is my iPastel.
This is what I do, yeah. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram that does a bunch of iPad drawings with the pencil that Apple has, and he's phenomenal. And I was like, that is such a testament to, first of all, he's good no matter what. Like, I've seen other drawings, but that also is a testament to that pen or pencil or whatever, the stylus, that it's really good because there's varying, line weight and all that kind of stuff. So it's, gives him quite a bit of freedom. And it is really nice that, I mean, really at your fingertips, you've got everything. You can mimic charcoal, pastels, paint, like all that stuff. And you don't have to get all
my soundboard I want.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't have to get all messy and, or just go buy hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of supplies.
There is that.
And it only takes
hundreds and hundreds of dollars of electronic device.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So there was that. So
there's that.
One of the other things was, over the last couple weeks, I've actually had a couple of ladies message me on the dating stuffs, right?
Oh, wow, you don't say.
I have successfully, apparently, driven them off because they're no longer talking to me.
That's a bummer.
Hard pass.
What, Brian? You don't counter open their message with a dick pic.
Oh. Well.
Wah.
No, that's the thing is, it's like I'm not doing anything like that, like, because their comments, their first comment to me is usually, hi, and I'm like, hi, my name is Brian, and then something where I'm
sup, bitch.
Yeah,
you like dick.
Damn it, Tony! It's like you're reading right off of my mails. So it's just kind of funny because I was like, usually what happens is like on Plenty of Fish or something where it'll be like, so-and-so wants to meet you or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, right. Because most of the time it's a bot, Right. And most of the bots are easy to tell on there because they either have two of this, like it'll be like Samantha 4298, or it'll be like a full name. Like those ones like almost every time are bots, But, the first one, I was like, oh, this actually looks like a username. And then as I scroll down, the other thing I look for is in the profile, I look for something that basically says, I'm from your area. Whether it's a picture of them somewhere close or something in there says, I like to, go to do this in Toledo or whatever. Or wherever, And, both of them had that. And then the first one, like I said, talked to her for a few days and then nothing. And it's been like 5 days now. And the other one's only been like 3 days. So, there's still a chance. It was just kind of funny to me, It's like,
but that feels bizarre to me that you have a conversation with somebody for across multiple days and then they just ghost.
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, I don't either. So yeah. And that's the thing is, like I said, it's like, I truly don't think that cause I'm not going to say like creepy shit, I save that for the actual date.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. When they can see, my awkwardness and the creepiness, on full display.
Like, oh, I see you drink your full drink.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway, that was kind of funny to me. Oh, actually, you know what? There were 3 because I finally got my first hit on Bumble, which I've been on for 3 fucking years.
Right.
1 hit. So anyway, but like it was a match, and the women have to initiate on that. Like guys can't start the conversation, And they have, I forgot how much, like 24 hours I think to do it. And you can like once a day, you can extend the time as the guy. So I could give her more time basically. So I gave her 2 days, the initial day and then one more and nothing, no message. So I was like, all right, so whatever.
Like, fine, I guess, whatever.
Yeah. Like, damn it, hard pass.
That's just bizarre to me.
I know, right? I have a tweet now that says, always the hard pass, never, or something like, I think it's always the hard pass, never the fast pass or something like that. So, yeah, that about sums it up.
Hooks in the water, though.
I know. Exactly. It's really funny because, like I said, overall, my experience with online dating is terrible and just a real ego crusher, because, when you're using things that basically are based on looks and you don't get any response, it's not fun, So, yeah. But anyway, whatever. Ugh. At least I can laugh at it.
This is true.
And the people watching on it is always fantastic. So.
Well, yeah. You gotta love people watching.
I do, yeah.
That's like one of my favorite hobbies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too. So, what are you gonna do, right? It'll happen when it happens. It'll happen, I guess. I don't know.
I guess speaking of people watching, we're missing one of the great people watching events here in Toledo this weekend.
Are we?
The old gaff, the German American Fest.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to said German American Fest? Because I've actually never been to the damn thing.
I don't remember if I've been to that one. I don't think I have. I might have once forever ago. When I was in my early 20s.
Right.
When you were going to just get hammered with your boys,
Right. That's pretty much what people do now anyway, though.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I remember when we were at, was that bar, was it 145 or whatever, when they had the shuttle out of there? I remember people getting off of them. Woo!
Right, exactly. Like half leader hosing on, half nude.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. carrying Bud Lights. Yep.
Yeah, I've never partaken. I've never really had the urge because one, where it is in the middle of Oregon, which is going local for y'all who don't live around here.
Yeah, not the
cops
state.
there are all dicks.
That's fair.
And they basically just wait in the fields waiting for you to drive by.
Kind of like they're playing like some Tom or oh god, fuck, I can't remember the name of the game now. Never mind, moving on.
But I don't know. I do know that people watching there's got to be phenomenal, though.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know?
Well, realistically, anytime you get, I mean, even like the beer fest we go to, the people watching is great.
Yeah, this is true.
Because there's always, we always look for, especially at the cold ones, we always are like, where's the guy in shorts? Because there's always at least one. Where's the girl in the really short skirt? Because first of all, we want to look. And second of all, because we're like, why the hell would you wear a mini skirt too?
Yeah.
When it's 4 degrees out.
You're so dumb.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh! That is the wrong button. That was the wrong button. It was supposed to be this.
Goddamn rich cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, you're right, though. I'm sure the people watching is going to be similar to, like, going to Walmart. The Walmarts.
Yeah. The Walmarts. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some year I'm going to have to go just to experience it. Well, plus I am, of that descent. I am a German fella.
Oh, all right.
You think I would go to my festival?
I would.
But I mean,
no, I wouldn't.
There's so many awful jokes just ran through my head.
Let's just not do that.
I'm just going to let them lie.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. If I want to go deep throat a sausage and drink beer, I'll just leave it at that, too.
Yeah, I was like, you have plenty of options? I don't... Hit up Grindr? I don't...
Right?
I don't know where you're going with this. So, I have another thing from this week that I think that's a little depressing.
Oh, I was going to go on, but now it's a little depressing.
I'll put it this way. It's bad, but it also is probably kind of a good thing. And it's...
Okay.
I think I may be developing or have developed an intolerance to red meat.
Really?
Every time I eat red meat, my stomach just kills me. Now, I eat a lot of red meat, so it could be just that I'm eating too much. But every time I've had it the last 2 weeks, it's bugged me. And but that's it. I don't have any other issues. It's just. And I was looked up online, kind of whatever, and then basically fits. Like an intolerance or, I mean, potentially an allergy, but I doubt it's an allergy because it doesn't bother me in any other way. It's just, just uncomfortable.
Right.
So,
a not good feeling.
Right. So it's like, the blessing part of it is I probably should be eating less of it anyway because of various reasons,
Slow down. It's delicious.
No, I didn't say it wasn't delicious. It's just, I probably should eat less of it because it's, for various reasons. One is, I have gout, and it's really not great for that. So, anyway.
You ever tried rubbing a steak on your gout?
No, I haven't. I'm sure that'll fix it.
That's why you come to the meet. I'm like a fucking healer and shit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm picturing like a game like Fable or something like that. You go into like the apothecary or whatever, but it's you with just meats everywhere.
Exactly. Like, what's your problem? Swollen elbow?
I got a bratwurst.
I can recommend a sirloin.
Yeah.
Just gnaw on his jerky for a while. You'll be all right.
Have some land yager.
Exactly. Take the Slim Jim, shove it way up your urethra. That'll straighten you right out.
Yikes. That does not sound pleasant.
Not a hot and spicy Slim Jim, just a regular one.
Well, at least there's that, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. What am I, a savage?
Yeah. Like, here's a rack of ribs. Like, no. This is a suppository.
Yeah, exactly. One at a time with this mallet. This is a medicinal mallet.
Like, when you pull them out, is it like anal beads?
The worst kind.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's like an anal xylophone.
Yeah, it really is. Ooh, that sounds like a great show name.
Also an amazing live act.
Right.
Just got mallets in your ass. Like, oh my God, he plays like the spooky like skeleton music so well.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you, right?
I know, right?
Oh, jeez.
Good old anal xylophone.
Right? Oh, jeez. I just murdered the spelling of that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to try to cut back a little bit and see what happens.
That's a bummer, man.
I know, right?
No, just because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what you do maybe is you like take a break from the red meat, and let your shit get normalized,
right? And
then like do like a grass-fed piece of meat and see how that treats you.
Yeah, that could be too. It might be something.
Because you never know. It could be that, that corn-fed beef, which isn't the greatest.
Right.
I mean, it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
I'll punch a corn-fed cow right in its face to get a steak right now.
Naturally.
I know the grass-fed stuff is supposed to be better for you.
Yeah. Well, I was doing that for a while too because the ones that didn't have like antibiotics and stuff in them, because I have an allergy to that kind of shit. So,
right.
I was always wondering, it's like, well, if they're administering all this, it's going to be in the meat and then it's going to be in me. So, and I have an allergy to it. It's like, even though it's like multiple degrees removed, it's still
there.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
Plus, I mean, just because you're curious, maybe you should try like bison out of curiosity. You never know.
Can't do it.
No?
I can't do gamey meats. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's in the same category for like, it bugs me taste wise the way that like coffee and wine do. Like there's just like when I eat it, it's like, wow, this is delicious. And then there's like a remnant taste that I'm like, ugh, and I'll be done real quick. So
not gonna do it.
No, unfortunately.
Have you tried Inner City Hobo?
I mean, obviously, have access to hobos.
So. Yeah. Occasionally we do the ultimate hunt.
Yeah.
I got a freezer full of hobo.
Well, you got to cull the herd a little bit,
Exactly.
I mean,
you need a hobo tenderloin? I got like 3 of them.
Yeah. You're like trading pelts.
Exactly.
Oh my.
What's in the chest freezer? Well, we got a couple sirloins, some ground hobo, and
no, in the chest freezer, chests.
Yeah, chest.
Like, no, that's why it's called the chest freezer.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just torsos in there, like
just full of delicious packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever take a pack and just rub it in fresh garlic and throw it on the grill? It's amazing.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Good old hobo packs.
Yeah.
It's the name of my restaurant.
Hobo packs. It's just little, like a moose or whatever it's called, moose bouche or whatever the fuck it is. The tiny bites, basically.
Little tasters.
Like tapas or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
yeah, hobo packs.
Hobo packs. Yeah.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Fair enough. All right.
Right.
That's basically my week, I think. I can't.
So there's something. I was going to bring this up last week.
Yeah.
And this is probably honestly more of a crazy life situation. Maybe bring it up on a crazy life too.
Okay.
But
don't tell me how to run my show. No.
I'm telling you, Brian. But there's something that crossed my mind, right?
Mm.
That I wanted to get your opinion on. Is it cool these days to have a mental illness?
It really does seem like it, doesn't it?
Like people are like, oh my God, I'm so OCD. When you're probably not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We actually have an episode about like terminology.
Right.
Like, because there are, like you just said, that's a great example, is there are people that are neat freaks that are like, oh, I'm so OCD. And it's like, well, and I've asked people, like, are you diagnosed? Well, no. It's like, then you're not OCD. I don't want to be a jerk about it, but you're not.
Then you just like the way the sweeper sounds.
Yeah. And because like for anybody who doesn't know, like seriously, take the time and look up OCD and look at what people suffer from on it. The low end is being like a neat freak. It gets ridiculous towards the top. Like you can't go outside because you have visions or thoughts that you're going to kill people. You're paranoid that someone's going to break in. You feel physical pain if you don't, like everyone knows about like light switches or so many steps or like those things. Like it's horrible, so it's like, and same with depression. I've talked, it's like if, there's a difference between sadness and depression.
Right. Exactly.
And it's that kind of a concept. So it's like, from the mental health standpoint, it's like we really want to get people to stop using that stuff casually, because it reduces what people are actually suffering from, you know.
But do you think that it's like become a thing now?
I kind of feel like it, you know? It is a fairly, I mean, it's common, and there are a lot of people, I'm sure, that are, you know, I mean, even if it's for their medicinal weed or whatever. No, but yeah, you know, that's a good question though. I kind of think so. Like, I'm sure there's people doing it.
Yeah.
For the attention grab. I'm not saying most people. I'm not saying all people. It's just, I'm sure there's some, you know? So.
Yeah, because I'm sure if some people, it makes them feel like they stand out a little more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if someone's like, oh my God, your pen cup is organized by color. Oh, it's because I'm just so OCD.
Yeah. It's like, no.
They like spin their chair,
yeah,
or whatever.
It's like, no, you're just particular about organization.
Nah, you're just a cunt.
I will say this. One of the things I talk about every week on this show is I mentioned don't self-diagnose. You know, there's nothing wrong with like jumping on WebMD or something and reading or, you know, like mentalhealth.org or whatever, you know, jump on there and read things. And if you see that you have a lot of the signs of something, go talk to a doctor, you know, don't self-diagnose, because, you know, sometimes there's nuances, you know, there's certain verbiage and stuff that doctors are looking for, or actions and stuff like that's where the difference between a lot of it is. So, you know, plus
talk about the old Monday morning quarterback, Brian.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's funny though, because I'm a huge hypocrite, because I basically diagnosed myself with depression well before I ever went in, and I read about it, you know, and so that when I went into the doctor, you know, like our question, like she's like, do you have any questions for me? I was like, no. And I was actually, as she was explaining stuff, I was like, oh yeah, like this. And she was, you know, just like, yeah, you're pretty knowledgeable on this. So, yeah.
If you only knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do the same thing with, you know, like, when a random appliance around the house will break, like I will be in Google deep.
Yeah.
I'll be looking at multiple websites, looking at part breakdowns, watching YouTube videos to the point where Gene's like, stop.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like, no, listen, I'm fixing it all tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have no idea what, Like if you go into my little office I have set up here, I got shit on the wall of yarn and nails. And,
right.
Like, I'm fixing this.
Yeah. It's like,
so I completely get the overabundance of research.
Yeah. And well, you know me anyway, in that I am the type to like, my anxiety leads to me obsessing on things. You know, I don't have OCD, but my anxiety makes me go, you have to be prepared. You know, you have to do this. You have to do that. You know, what if this happens? What if that, you know, so I try to
get your fucking black belt in this.
Yeah, exactly. And
sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why I ended up reading so much instead of just going, you know what? I think I have this. I'm going to go to a doctor. It's like, no, it was a good 6 months to a year after I really started reading on it. And then I was finally ready and I went, you know.
Like, so. I think I'm fully prepared.
Uh-huh.
To hear what this professional is going to tell me.
Yeah, basically for her to sit down and go, yep.
Showing up.
That really was what it was like.
That's pretty funny.
That's why I said,
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a hypocrite on this, but it's more that it's like, you don't want people to self-diagnose because you can, behave, you know, or try to do things that aren't really appropriate for what you do have or whatever. And there's some conditions that you really need to be medicated to help, you know, like bipolar. Generally, it's hard for people to have bipolar and not end up medicated, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, you're better off not doing it yourself. Just, you know, I say on the show, go get the estimate, you know, just like with your car, you go to the thing, get an estimate, see, okay, this is all the things that are wrong. And then you can choose what, you know, course of action from there.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I just had to bring that up.
Yeah. If I remember, I'll ask, when we record Sunday.
I guess another thing. Have you seen?
Not.
And they have one of these already in Branson, Missouri, Brian.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Fucking Branson. But they're building another one up in Niagara Falls, the Canada side.
Okay.
It's basically real life Mario Kart.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Ridiculous.
Multi-level tracks?
Yep.
What? I just wish there was like shit you could throw at each other.
Yeah, that wouldn't be dangerous at all.
Oh, it'd be so incredible.
That would be a lot of fun. Yeah. Like put roll cages on there, make everyone wear helmets and shit.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Or even just like, I don't know, paintball guns or something, or Nerf guns, anything.
Oh, man. Give me paintball guns. You're driving, someone's just behind you, just pelting you in the back with it.
Okay, maybe paintball guns are not the right idea.
Ow, ow, ow. And then to add insult to injury, they pass you after shooting you like 20 times.
All I know is I would be for sure in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll, even a stupid, basic ass go-kart track, I still enjoy.
Right.
I took my kids go-karting. It was last summer. We had a blast. I loved, flying by them and, taking the inside turn and yelling derogatory things at them.
Rubbing, because rubbing's racing.
Well, for sure, rubbing's racing.
Pushing them into walls. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Just like kind of like drifting around the corners as much as you can in a golf. I keep saying golf cart, go kart.
It would be much weirder to watch a golf cart race.
Just all these go karts going. Here goes this golf cart flying in the middle. Oh man, but I mean, Branson's pretty far away.
Yeah, it is.
And plus, it's in Missouri.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's
That's right out.
There's things in Missouri that aren't so bad. Friend of the show,
Such
Philip,
as?
I believe, is in Missouri. Actually,
Oh, well, that's
fine.
fine.
He might be in Kansas. I don't remember. Just, yeah.
What? There can't be much to do.
No,
in
I don't
Missouri.
think he is. I think he's in Kansas or Kansas City. I don't know. Anyway,
Well, if he's in Kansas,
I'm
he's doing better than everyone in Missouri.
making shit up. Yeah.
Oh, the Gateway Arch is in Missouri. That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, it's in the Lou.
And
Go see Nellie's birthplace.
yeah, there's that.
They got a nice baseball field.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Baseball fields and stuff.
Yeah. Probably some decent barbecue around that area.
I don't know. I'm not sure they even have like electricity.
They may not. I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. Actually,
Something about Cockleburrs under. I don't know what that means.
Whoa, I don't know.
That sounds
about
painful, though.
Yeah, it really does.
Oh man, I banged Stephanie. I got a case of the Cockleburrs. Horrible.
That does sound terrible.
I know, right?
That's certainly an area you don't want burrs.
No, definitely not.
I don't care what kind they are. I mean, some people might. If you're into that, hey, whatever. More power to you. But,
Hey, I like the Cockleburrs because it's rib for pleasure.
ripped for her pleasure is more like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about the pleasure part either.
Good Lord. You imagine, those little, they look like the little spinies from Mario.
Yeah.
Those little burrs. You imagine, no, I don't want those embedded in my pubis.
That's what I was assuming.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it sounds really awful.
Wow. Very diverse state by religion.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, boy. Why am I looking at Missouri's Wikipedia?
I don't know. Because you would really want to go to Missouri?
Brian, I blame it on the yeah, never mind.
Or Missouri. Yeah. Missouri, as my grandma calls it.
I'd go to Missouri.
Yeah. My grandma calls it Missouri. So
all I know is that real life Mario Kart,
that would be a lot of fun, probably.
That would be incredible.
It really is too bad that they can't put, that you can't use weapons and stuff. Although they really could do a VR that way and put you in kind of a seat that when you spin out, like it spins you.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Right? That would be fun,
You need those little fucking seats like a universal,
yeah,
but
exactly.
instead of having a whole packet of people, they're individual.
Yes.
Oh, like the Airwolf pod, or not Airwolf, Afterburner pod.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
With VR and, oh man.
Little rumble technology, for when you get hit and stuff.
It's amazing.
That way it can shift you back and forth as you're spinning around and shit. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Oh my God.
And
If Nintendo isn't doing this, one, they suck. Two, we should, I guess we can't copyright Mario Kart.
No, not really, no.
God damn it.
We'll just make our own stereotypical Italian plumber and other characters that are kind of like the characters from Mario.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, it won't be Italian. We'll do like Mexican guys.
No, I don't.
No?
Yeah.
No Miguel and Lorenzo or something?
It reminds me of The Simpsons when Mr. Burns is like the episode where they're all making movies for a film fest, and Mr. Burns wants Steven Spielberg, and Smithers tells him that Steven Spielberg's busy, and he's like, then get me his non-union Mexican equivalent. And his name is Senor Spielbergio.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what I picture now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the Mario guys,
Mm-hmm.
but they're Mexican.
Okay.
And it's super easy to do. Just everyone gets a poncho.
Damn it, Tony.
What?
All right.
What I say?
Damn it, Tony.
Okay,
So-
fine. We'll dress up Mario like Desperado.
Okay. And we gotta get the licensing rights for Machete.
Oh, definitely for Machete.
Because I want to drive around as Machete.
Because you don't throw shells, you throw machetes.
That would be awesome.
Right?
I'd do that.
Instead of banana peels, just bottles of tequila.
Empty
You
bottles.
hit that, you fucked.
Empty bottles of tequila. Meanwhile, when you use them, the more bottles you throw, your character's basically getting drunk to empty the bottles.
That would be incredible.
So your driving gets altered.
What if you hit that certain like level of tequila rage?
Well, it's kind of like the invincibility star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We might need a Native American character that's just immune to it.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. That's terrible.
That's hilarious.
I like
Fine.
that. That's what our game will be. Everything will be an ethnic stereotype.
Yes, ethnic stereotype racing.
Yeah. It's a real race war. Anyway, moving on.
Yes, that's the tagline. It's a real race war.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. Oh my God. This would be like the second most offensive game ever.
We all know who's driving around slapping everybody with a giant dick. God damn it, Africa.
Well, what are you going to do, right?
You're not mad about that stereotype, are we?
Maybe. If you don't match it.
Well, that's true.
If you're one of the unfortunate that,
Exactly.
does not fit that stereotype. I could see maybe you're like, stop it. I don't know. I got nothing.
Like the classic 80s sitcom when like a real feel good moment happens. You go, oh, but just when he takes his pants off. Oh.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I'm sorry. Takes his pants off.
Yeah, sad trombone. My theme song.
Sad trombone.
Yep.
Way to bust up those stereotypes.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. Which one? The whole bit?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. In fact, I'm cutting it
I kind of like ethnic stereotype racing, though. There's something about it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I know, right? Like the white guy just throws milk
Exactly.
or mayonnaise, something like that. It's instead of a banana peel, it's like milk, and instead of wow, I forgot what I was going to say already. Oh, instead of like shells, that's where the jars of mayonnaise are.
Jars of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
He gets to start the race on the yellow because laws don't really apply.
Privilege, right?
Privilege.
Yeah. He starts a lap up. Yeah. Fuck. This is terrible.
Sure is, Brian.
Let's move on.
Been a while since we did something like this.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't
know. I feel like we're getting back to our roots a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Just so everybody knows, we're, really just
awful people
trying to take the piss out of the whole thing. Not,
that too.
I can't imagine. I'd hope people wouldn't think we're serious.
Oh, I'm serious.
Well, all right. Well, you are.
I watched this goofy ass movie yesterday.
Uh-huh.
normally I don't go for the whole mockumentary thing,
Mhm.
with the exception of like, The Office and 30 Rock maybe.
Mm-hmm. Spinal Tap.
It's a good one too.
Mhm.
But I was just
Best
perusing
in show.
Amazon,
Anyway.
trying to find anything to watch.
Right.
And I started by trying to watch that movie Swiss Army Man with Harry Potter. He plays a dead dude, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember seeing previews for it. I was like, that looks interesting because he's like a dead guy and the other guy's his buddy, and this it's kind of like new Weekend at Bernie's maybe.
Okay. And the whole time you're picturing him doing the Harry Potter voice. So
Definitely, and having sex with horses.
you are, or he is?
Whatever.
All right, fair enough.
Don't judge me.
If I was going to judge you, it would have already happened.
This is accurate.
The last 5 minutes.
But I could not get into the movie because, well, one, he used a farting dead body as a jet ski, and I was like,
I don't
I'm
know.
in for some ridiculous shit, but this is not hitting.
I don't
this is not
know.
hitting the mark for me.
I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good gag.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to give it another try.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
But so I exited out of that movie, and it was like, hey, since you kind of watched this, here's some like dumb shit we recommend.
That's
to you.
my favorite
Wow,
thing
okay.
on like Netflix is when you don't finish something because it's terrible, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, because you watched this." It's like, no, I don't. I want to scrub this from my timeline.
I actually backed out of it because
Yeah.
it was terrible.
Like, please remove this from my history. In fact,
Like, I got 5 minutes into my testicles hurt for some reason.
it's those Cockleburrs.
Yeah, really. But so I watched this movie called What We Do in Shadows.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this. I want to watch this.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a mockumentary
Mm-hmm.
about New Zealand vampires.
Yep.
And it was pretty goddamn funny.
I have had various people recommend that to me, but I didn't have a way to watch it.
It's quite silly.
That is exactly what I've heard.
So if y'all have access to Amazon Prime, it is on there to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I would recommend, or, if you have other methods, like Caribbean type methods, I would recommend watching it.
So you're saying if you're Johnny Depp.
Yeah, if you're like a billionaire, if you're on an island, for sure watch it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could just afford to buy it.
If you're like elbow deep in cocaine right now,
And who isn't?
right?
It's the only way to listen to us.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to ride that white tiger.
Yeah. The official animal of Salty Language.
Yeah.
The white tiger.
The Cocaína El Tigre. Which I should have played a sound
You
effect,
should
but it's
have,
all
yeah.
the way over there on a different board.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm sad now.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cocaína. I wish I knew what was it. Was it Blanco? Cocaína Blanco Tigre or something?
I have no idea. Those are words, but I don't know if they're in the right order. And
If I had the instruction book for goddamn Stereotype Wars or whatever we're calling that game.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that would be one of the power-ups or whatever is, white person trying to do an accent. Terrible.
Terrible.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah, What We Do in Shadows is pretty good.
Yeah, I've wanted to see that. Because I heard about it and I was like, oh, it's not on Netflix or Hulu. So I was sad, Panda.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Sad Panda indeed.
Yep. I'm trying to think if I've watched. I haven't really watched anything other than wrestling. Watched a lot of wrestling. So,
I finished Glow, finally.
oh, yeah.
That was good.
Good show. Yep.
I enjoyed it a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing after the first season ended, I was like, all right, next episode. Oh,
Yeah.
Because they kind of leave you like feeling like there's more episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Assholes.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it though.
Yeah. And I can't imagine it won't get picked up for a second season if it hasn't already. Because
It's got good reviews, right?
everybody seems to like it. Yeah.
Who doesn't like Allison Brie and, next to nothing.
Well, she actually was in nothing at one scene, but
That's true too.
spoilers.
Spoilers. But, as, was it Stoya the Destroya?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it was good.
She was great.
She was really good.
I said when we first were talking about it, it's like I didn't even realize it was her at first, and then
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that's whatever. And yeah, that show was cast so well. all the characters on it were pretty good.
Who now? Fuck's her name? Montezuma or whatever, the big chick who's like the daughter of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that's her dad? Because he looks super familiar, and I've tried going on IMDb.
Yeah.
And he's like a goddamn giant bearded ghost.
I think it's just a guy, like an actor.
It's just a dude?
Her brothers are pro wrestlers. Like,
that's right.
Actually, one of them was a guy. He's gone by different names, but he was Funkasaurus at one point. He was Brodus Clay, I think it was, or he was I don't know. But anyway, he was with WWE for a while, and he's on the indie scene, I think now. He might be with Global Force. I don't remember. And the other guy is named Carlito, which I don't know if you remember him. He was wrestling probably when you were watching. He had big, like, fro. I mean, you saw this.
He had a way, like Carlito's way, right?
Yeah, no. He used to eat apples, and he'd always spit the apples at people.
Nah, it's not familiar.
No? All right. Well, anyway.
Wait, did he have a tin pot as a hat?
No, he certainly did. Damn it. But yeah, he's a pro wrestler too. The guy who they bring in to train them, you should have recognized also.
Negative.
No? That's John Morrison or Johnny Mundo or Johnny Nitro now, apparently. Remember that guy I told you about that has the cool entrance where they slow everything down and he has like a big fur coat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him. And I'm just spurling all over the place.
Spurl it away.
The guy that the blonde like hooks up with.
Oh yeah.
He's his name was Alex Riley, and he was with WWE for a while. So,
well, if you're gonna do it right, if you're gonna make a wrestling show, get actual wrestlers involved, right?
And Chavo Guerrero actually trained them.
That's fun.
Yep. So that and they actually like they did all their own stuff according to Allison Brie, because she was on her and the blonde. I can't think of her name. They were on Marin, WTF. So yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
We also started watching The Tick today.
Oh yeah, how's that?
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Although my problem with it is, I don't have a problem with the show at all.
Yeah,
it's been so long since I read the comic.
Yeah,
and so long since I watched the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how true to the original it is.
Yeah, I can understand.
Like I'm so far removed from the source material.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I guess
that's
really,
all that matters.
Really, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, right now there's some Tick purist. That son of a bitch.
Although he has yet in the few episodes we watched to yell spoon.
That's what,
which is super disappointing.
Why would he not say spoon?
I assume it's going to happen because it's kind of like a keystone.
Yeah, they're probably going to
it's got to be the right moment.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It's probably going to be like a lot of the shows now that they'll wait, like all the Marvel Netflix ones where they're like, we're going to make you wait till the last fucking episode to show their costume,
Yeah, right.
Till
then he's just going to fight in like a giant diaper. Like, what?
That's a little weird. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you never know. If he's in a karate fight and he shits his pants, he's good.
Well, yeah.
Like, I guess that makes sense.
That's why I wear them when I get into karate fights.
Right?
Karate fights.
Who doesn't get into karate fights?
Kumite.
Dude. For some reason, I've been itching to watch Bloodsport. I don't know why.
Because remember when we did that episode about Bolo Young? We kept calling him Bolo Hung.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I seriously think that might be the name of the show, actually.
It is.
Okay. I thought it was.
Because that's actually the last time I watched Bloodsport was right because I was ranting and raving about fucking Bloodsport.
You know what?
Man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, because you were like, dude, remember what I watched? Or you remember? You know what I watched? Do you remember what I watched? Like, I wasn't there.
Do you remember?
I'm so good at this speaking.
Speaking is good.
Yeah. It's a good thing I type better than well, I guess I don't because, hard pass, but oh shit. Have you watched anything else? I really feel like there was something I watched and I can't.
I'm all caught up on Game of Thrones, motherfucker.
I am caught up on that as well. I'm not caught up on Rick and Morty though. I'm 2 episodes behind now. I'm
a whole season behind still.
That is a shame because I really want to talk to you about one of the episodes.
I haven't found it on my Fire Stick yet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Without it being, just something asinine.
have you tried Adult Swim's app or Adult Swim?
They don't, as far as I know, they don't have one for, because I did look,
right. Yeah,
but maybe I didn't look well enough.
All right.
Which I know sounds dumb.
Yeah.
But
maybe they don't, because maybe there's a reason. You know, like the first 2 seasons are on Hulu, so maybe they have a deal with Hulu that maybe they're only streaming for X amount of time and then they're not available anymore or something. I've heard of a few shows doing that now. Where they take them down after like 2 weeks or a week or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's too bad.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really, makes me a sad panda.
I totally forgot though. This shouldn't really have any spoilers, but that this weekend is the finale for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's Dunsky.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess next season is supposed to only be 7 or 8 episodes too, but they're longer. They're all like a few minutes over an hour.
Yeah.
I
really, without getting into it, because you haven't watched it yet, there was parts of this episode this week that I really enjoyed.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And like, Jeannie from Hobie and I were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting less enchanted by Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
As it's been going on, because like her thoughts were, I wish she was awake, but I'd call her in here, but all the lights are off, so she must be asleep. Yeah. Was that she liked it because it was unpredictable in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now it feels like it's falling into like classic cliches and tropes and all that.
It kind of had to for a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
Because they build so much stuff up that you see coming a mile away, basically. So it's like they got to pay it off a little bit, but I get it. I'm the same way. There is quite a bit that's been really predictable.
Like my thought on it for her was, well, they are officially beyond where George R.R. Martin is in his books.
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
So it's if they're starting, they might start falling a little more Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope not, but
yeah. Well, there's not only 2 seasons that left, or next season's the last season. I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah,
I know they're planning on having an end game though, which I like.
Yeah, and then they'll launch the prequel.
You don't want to have The Office be Game of Thrones when it's like, where'd all the original cast go? Oh, we have new hires or whatever.
No,
there's a new Khaleesi in town, guys.
Totally looks different. It's a big guy in a blonde wig.
Yeah.
I'm the mother of dragons.
It's a cross-dresser. It's like a giant RuPaul person.
That's fine. That'd be, that'd be fierce as hell, dude. I don't care. You
know what to say about my dragons? They're fire.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Fabulous. I burned them.
I totally get that, though. Because it has. Although, I will say this, even though it's been predictable, seeing this stuff has still been really cool.
Yes.
And again, no spoilers, but I know you know what I'm talking about. There's a couple moments that you're just like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because just visually they were awesome, So
I enjoyed the last episode.
Yep.
All in all. And it kind of bums me out that this weekend's is the last one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's one of those shows that's like, oh shit, look at the time, let's fire this bitch up. Yep. We get all circled around the campfire. And,
well, it's what's funny is
like Steve's in the corner beating off for some reason.
Well, it's funny because I post the show on Sunday nights,
Yeah.
So I have to be really careful of what site I go on. Like even on like Twitter or Facebook, I have to be careful because, assholes. So because I don't watch it when it's right on, I usually wait, until I'm done posting this and the crazy life.
Well, shit, with this episode just came out because you and I recorded on Sunday.
Yeah.
While it was on.
Yep.
I didn't watch it till this just a couple days ago.
Yeah. I watched it after we were done.
Yeah.
Well, I posted everything. Yeah. I posted everything that I watched, I should say.
But it was like, I like perusing Imager and Reddit and shit. And every time I saw anything Game of Thrones related, I was like, oh shit, I immediately just skipped by it without like trying to engage it with my eyeballs.
Well, and especially if you know that you're toward the end of the season, like when you're in the middle of the season, usually I'm like, if something gets spoiled, it's probably not that big of a deal. But when you get into like, cause the way Game of Thrones usually has worked is the beginning of the season's, usually a little slow, and then it picks up, and then the end is where everything happens, obviously. And, so usually when it gets to like the final 2 episodes, I try to watch it as quickly as I can because, if not, there's going to be a meme or a GIF or something that people can
Somebody
do.
will fuck it up for you.
Even if they're not trying to, they don't even, like, I actually kind of did that to somebody. I posted a GIF that, I didn't think about it when I posted it. But yeah, because they're like a season behind. I was like, oh, fuck, after I posted it. I was like, like, hopefully they won't realize that.
Yeah, right.
From something they haven't seen yet. But yeah, and the other thing was, actually this past episode, because of SummerSlam, I watched SummerSlam first. And no, I didn't. I watched Game of Thrones first. That's right. Then I watched SummerSlam because, it's on demand on, WWE Network, which is awesome. Right. I love the fact that I can just jump on there and watch the pay-per-view later that night or 2 days later or whatever. That's good fun.
Amazing.
Also, I can fast forward.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah. And I like being able to fast forward through boring stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tis fair. Tis fair.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm all distracted. I got too many papers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm a mess, Brian.
All right. Fair enough.
But no, I mean, that's basically been about the extent of my watching of things.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of mine is I haven't watched a lot of stuff other than wrestling because, again, the pay-per-view, technically, SummerSlam started at 5 o'clock. I didn't watch the pre-show, which was at 5 o'clock. I started, from like what would have been 7 o'clock on. So I'm still watching, 4 hours of the show, I believe. Then the NXT thing was 2 hours, so that's 6. 3 hours for Raw is 9. 2 for SmackDown is 11. 12 after 205 Live, and then 13 hours after NXT of wrestling, so that pretty much took up all of that. What I have been doing, though, is crushing through podcasts.
Really?
Yeah. I've been listening to a bunch. Like I basically, what I do is I'll go through like early in the week, like the new ones that post, and I'll try to get them out of the way like Monday, Tuesday. Then the rest of the week, I'll go, okay, there's 15 episodes of this and just crush through them, which is easy on some shows. Like I listened to all of Revisionist History the other night, season 2, cause I dig that podcast.
That's I was very upset on the last episode. We're like, this is our final episode of the season. I'm like, God damn it.
I kind of figured it was getting close to that. So when I got there,
I really enjoyed that podcast.
I do too. There's some great episodes of that. And, so, but they're short. They're like 45 minutes or less most of the time. And, so it's easy to just breeze through those, but I'm still staring down a couple, like I fell a couple behind on Tim Ferriss now, and I have to get back on top of that because some of those podcasts are lengthy.
Right.
But, luckily he's also been posting kind of recap ones, so I can skip those because I've already listened, But, yeah, it's funny because for the longest time, I used to hate when podcasts went on, like, oh, this is the end of our season. And I was like, boo, and now because I'm so far behind, I'm like, sweet, like I can catch up on other stuff and yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I'm making good headway on that. I still have a long way to go because, like I told you, I have like 60 hours of hardcore history to listen to.
Yeah. Good luck to you, sir.
Fuck. Yeah. If it was any other podcast, I would probably just skip the episodes. Just go fuck it.
But it's so good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Well, it doesn't help also that the new episode is like 6 hours.
Yeah, well, because it's like
I know.
It's like a book.
Well, when Jeannie picked me up on Tuesday, I listened to. She had it on the car, and we listened to it from here to your house. So I heard that much of the episode. Which kind of sucks because now, like, I gotta go listen to that.
Like, son of a bitch, now I'm interested.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Yep. So, all right. I got nothing else.
I hear you.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So, hey, you got anything else? That's all I got.
As of nonsense and stuff, that's pretty much it. All I got.
I got a little business though.
Oh shit, son! Do you now?
I do. It's the same thing I've been telling people about for the last couple weeks, though, which is, here before too much longer, the NFL season will be starting, and Dude Mountain has made its return.
Oh shit!
Oh, I was waiting for the sound drop.
No sound drop this time. All right, we'll do the sound drop. That's you waiting for the sound drop.
It really was. I that's what I was doing. I'm just sitting here like, why isn't he playing it?
You say Dude Mountain?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
So
get them football dicks out. Let's do this.
Yeah, if it's a pick'em league where we pick against the spread. And,
right.
Even if you don't have a clue what's going on, like, Heno last year, his dogs picked all of his picks, and he did pretty well.
Yeah, like if I recall, he did a fine job.
He did. I crushed it and won, but, I think we've got 9 or 10 signed up as of the last time I checked. So if you'd like to join, shoot us an email at saltylanguage@gmail.com with your email address. Obviously, I guess I could just pull it from the email, but, and I'll send you an invite to the league or, like on Twitter or something. Just hit us up some way and be like, hey, I want to be part of Dude Mountain.
And, bragging rights and shit.
For sure. Yep.
Hey, should we make a Dude Mountain, side Twitter group so everyone can talk shit to each other?
That may not be a bad idea.
So we can be like, what? I just teabagged your face with my field goals or whatever.
Way to sports ball, Tony.
I know, right?
Oh, boy. So, like we said, even if you just want to just roll dice and pick or whatever, that's fine. We don't, it does make us laugh a lot when, Heno's dogs were in first place for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah. It really is. Now, I also would like to add to the business section we're doing right now.
All right.
So, Brian, what's better than salty language?
Ice cold? Oh, wait. No.
Bonus salty language.
Oh, yeah. Boner salty language, right.
Yeah. What you can get if you slide on over to our Patreon for low price. Just a maximum $3 donation, man. You can get some bonus salty language. Brian and I have recorded some nonsense. I haven't posted yet because for some reason I stopped processing. You cunts. But I made a video this week of me, driving through the country listening to the radio.
Oh, I thought it was going to be you on the day of the DMV.
Oh, my God, I should have.
The old rage dump. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we should do. I don't
want to incriminate myself, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, on days where we have a rage dump, we totally should just do a quick record. I don't mean together necessarily. Like you just record you just going, yeah,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, so just hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/saltylanguage. There's a convenient link on our website, saltylanguage.com.
Mm-hmm.
And, feel free to do whatever you want. There's all kinds of tiers. Yep. That you can partake in if you like and help out the show.
Yep.
Because what's better than salty language is salty language that's fucking fully funded and shit.
That is correct. Nothing is sexier than that. Also, if we can get funded and then plus stuff, bonus dollars to go towards Tony's soundboard.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And then if we get that, first comes the bonus box.
Yep.
Then comes the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes the custom salty language fleshlights.
Wow. That's not at all what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, honestly, but it wasn't that. Yeah. But you're right. I mean,
Right?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
Exactly.
Salty language fleshlights. I don't like this idea because that makes us the pocket pussy thing. People be dumping loads in us. That's just not right.
Just avatar us's.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Whatever.
That's a terrible idea. I don't like this at all anymore.
No.
We'll pick a couple random hobos. How about that?
Hobo Gulch fleshlights.
There you go. Yep.
Hobo Gulches.
Hobo gulps.
Hobo Gulps. Like, hey, you hobo with the sweet mouth, get over here. I need to plaster cast that delicious face of yours.
Wow, that took a turn.
Like, yeah. I got a pint of vodka. Just hold real still. Don't you move while I'm putting this plaster on your face, you son of a bitch.
That's right. Oh man,
I'll throw you back in that dumpster.
You're being terrible to the hobos, Tony.
Hobo Gulch is like a puppy mill. We're awful.
Yeah, I think we've established that before.
Yeah, it's a hobo mill.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
We just make hobos.
Yeah. It's like Westworld.
Yeah, exactly. But hobo world.
Hobos, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Yep. All right.
God, escapees is hot this week.
That'll happen. Cockleburrs.
All I got is a bindle full of pork and beans.
It'd be
like,
Cockleburrs everywhere.
Oh my God, so many Cockleburrs.
Yeah. Like big ones will be rolling through like tumbleweeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrifying.
Except there's a hobo attached to it because it's his Cockleburr. It's
Right.
blowing through the wind.
Oh, that thing's nasty. That's terrible. We should really have a doctor look at them.
Nah.
Yeah, you're right. Of that?
Just throw them in the fire with the other ones.
Well, that's, yeah. Or the meat grinder, right? As you were saying earlier.
Oh, that's true. I mean, you got to have hobo cutlets.
Yeah, some nice cuts of. Anyway, nothing.
No.
All right. Well,
I mean, what else are we gonna staff the cafeteria with? Fill up them freezers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Everybody loves Salisbury Steak Day.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Like Salisbury Steak Day. Yeah, this hobo is named Salisbury.
Yeah. It was like, God, where was it on The Simpsons? The Treehouse of Horror where they start cooking the kids. And
right.
Damn it, I can't think of what it is now. They have like Sloppy Jimbos. That's what it is. Instead of Sloppy Joes.
Well, it's like that the old Twilight Zone To Serve Man. Whenever it was like, these elements are fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit, it's a cookbook.
Yep.
We're doomed.
Yep. Or that's actually, The Simpsons did that too. Like, I know afterward, but
Simpsons did it.
yeah, on the first Treehouse of Horror, if you remember that,
Right.
where they get abducted by Krang and Kodos, or not Kodos. Is it Kodos? I don't know. The two aliens.
One of them's a granola bar. One of them's not.
I don't.
One of them fights Ninja Turtles. The other one's a delicious chocolate covered granola bar.
All right.
Krang and Kudos.
Man, God, I hated Krang on Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Yeah,
Hated
like,
that
dude,
character.
your beer guy is a talking brain. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I hated it.
But he had some sick ass. Those sunglasses were sick. Dude, purple rectangle shades with little slits for eyes.
Yeah.
You want to look like a badass? You want to look like a Stabby McStabber from Dark Knight Returns? You
Yep.
wear those.
I was just going to say that. Good pull on that. Because that really is kind of what it looks like.
Right?
It does look like they...
Slice and dice, man. Slice and dice.
They may have been inspired.
You think?
Ripped off. Anyway, yeah.
Somehow I just don't believe a giant dome tank is going to be under the city driving around.
Well, I don't see why. I have one.
I disbelieve you, Ninja Turtles.
It's fake.
Fake, so fake.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen. Meanwhile, the Earth is totally flat, guys.
Oh boy, let's not get into that. All right, let's do some Q the W.
Shit, son.
Because unless you have something else before we get to that.
I've just been ranting and raving.
All right. Yeah, me too.
I got rum going.
I noticed.
So-
What? Go ahead.
Last week,
On salty language.
we asked y'all some bitches who we call enthusiasts.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite movie remake?
Yep.
Jeffrey from Hobie. He says, Total Recall. Get rid of that bad taste from the Schwarzenegger atrocity. I've never seen the Total Recall remake. Have you?
No.
Me neither. But I kind of enjoyed the Schwarzenegger one. So much death and destruction.
Man, there is quite a bit.
Does he shoot Sharon Stone right in the face and says, "Consider it the Force"?
I believe so. He shoots her. I just can't remember where. I think it is in the face, though.
Which
if not, it is now.
It made some controversy here. A little controversy. Because you got Dev defending it. Arnie's version is a classic. Jeff comes back. A classic bag of crap. It's still a bag of crap. Which Dev just goes, I think you're being a little harsh, Jeff.
Well said, Dev. Well said.
Thoughts on Total Recall?
I haven't seen the new one, honestly, and I enjoyed the first one. When I saw it, I was like, hey, this is a Schwarzenegger movie. Like cheesy,
basically, right? Cheesy
lines, a lot of action, and shooting women in the face. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Classic.
What can I say?
Yeah.
So Davian Dent, British podcaster.
Ooh.
He pops in a Serbian film. I've written a script for the remake and everything. Then he says, it's okay. Tom Cruise saves the world from Tom Cruise, and no children are buggered because it's all unicorns and shit.
Oh.
Tom Cruise does end up getting buggered by children on horse crack, though. And then he says, seems fair, cat. I'm not sure who he's tagging this. Some cat Sorens. I'm not sure who that person is.
I don't either.
I'm liking all this stuff, though. Okay. Clint says, I'm going to say Spider-Man Homecoming because how many times have we seen Peter Parker back in high school? And hello, Aunt May. Because wasn't it played by, what's her name? It was like Hot Pants?
What was her name?
Black hair, Lois and Clark, right?
Terry Hatcher?
No.
I don't think it was Terry Hatcher.
Oh. No, it was fucking My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's she doing that? Jesus. I mean, bravo, Marissa Tomei. Bravo. Yeah. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, they decided to, make Aunt May much younger.
Yeah, fucking Aunt MILF. What are we doing here?
Aunt MILF.
Hey, you. Dev says, oh, what?
Nothing.
Dev says, the most recent Planet of the Apes franchise. It's a solid set of movies. The Marky Mark remake isn't awful either. I disagree. I thought the Marky Mark remake was terrible.
I remember after you saw that, you ranting about how you did not enjoy it.
Did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, get back in your underoos and go dancing, you son of a bitch. Because you're fucking shit up.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Zach Bosworth says John Carpenter's The Thing, remade from the original The Thing from an old world, 1951. And I'm glad he went with John Carpenter's The Thing because they remade The Thing again.
Yeah, they did.
And I don't even acknowledge it as a thing. Because fuck you, John Carpenter did it right.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I like the Carpenter
Kurt
version
Russell
too.
With a stash and a mullet, jacking fucking shit up in the Arctic.
That is all you look for in life.
It's all I look for. If the movie was titled Mustachioed Kurt Russell in the Arctic, I'm like, I'm in.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I probably would be too. Because I'd be like, what the hell is this? I need to watch it.
This must be amazing.
Yeah.
And then Ashley from Trivia Nights. She says The House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, okay.
Which I forgot about when we were just rattling off all the remakes we were talking about.
That certainly was a remake.
Because the original was a Vincent Price jam.
Yep.
So there you go.
Right.
That's what I got from the face page, Brian.
All right. Well, over on the Twitter, Heno, our pal and one of my co-hosts on The Crazy Life, said 310 to Yuma. Said it's a fantastic remake, great cast, especially Ben Foster, and an epic Western gunfight at the end. Spurlers, Heno. Jeez.
You know what? That is an excellent movie, 310 to Yuma.
I don't think I've seen the remake.
It's really good. You should enjoy it.
All right.
Like, get yourself a nice big old-fashioned Western beer.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking put on a cowboy hat and some spurs.
Should I grow a mustache?
Should you do what?
Should I grow a Kurt Russell mustache?
If you don't already have one, I don't know.
Well, I certainly don't, yeah.
Well, you work on it.
Okay. Sorry. And Jared, former field reporter, I forgot, member of Dude Mountain and Ridiculous Ramblings podcast. He said he enjoyed the Rob Zombie Halloweens. One more than two, but both were good.
I don't think I've ever seen the Rob Zombie remakes, I'll be honest.
I didn't either. So I can't say nothing about that one. And that's it. That's all I got.
No emails from our favorite emailers?
Nope.
Wow, I feel so sad now.
I know. You'll be okay.
It's like people don't love us anymore, Brian.
That's exactly what it is.
I mean,
they hate us.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, I think you do because the music you're playing.
I'm super sad that we don't have emails from Fluffy Bunny Ash.
Yep.
And from Cheeto Bandito.
I know. Usually coming correct via the emails, but
I know, right?
Nope. You'll be all right, Tony.
Super sad. But for those who did answer, our lovely QW.
I like what you got. Good job.
Indeed.
Yep.
So, since we, started out, oh my God, I should never have scrolled through Facebook.
Okay.
There's how custom nails are all the rage right now. Everyone's like, oh my God, I painted palm trees on my nails because I'm going to the Caribbean, guys.
Yeah.
There's these nails that have vaginas on them.
That seems weird.
And a pearl clitoris. At least these are fine, guys. Am I right?
Jesus.
That is horrible.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes, it is.
Why would you want vaginas? I understand why some people would want vaginas at their fingertips, but,
So you can finger a vagina with a vagina?
That's, I guess.
Yo, dog, I heard you like vaginas, so I put a vagina in your vagina.
If that person gives someone a hand job, is it a gangbang? Or an orgy, at least?
I think they call it a clam jam.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just, just asking the questions everyone wondered.
I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Thoroughly disturbed.
It is.
Anywho,
yeah.
So I kind of want to, because I'm not very creative and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious what people think about this, because I've been thinking about it lately, especially if my urge to watch Bloodsport again.
Yeah.
What is everybody's favorite action movie of all time?
Oh, geez, action movies, huh?
Action movie. Right. And they don't really make good action movies anymore, in my humble opinion.
Okay.
They try, oh, dude, we're going to get Expendables. Yeah, if I don't want to watch geriatrics fight, I'll go to the old folks' home.
I'll watch Cocoon. Yeah. No.
That too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Does Boogie Nights count as an action movie? Anyway. There's a lot of action.
Maybe.
No. Anyway. Do you know the one that just jumps into my face right away that is Die Hard?
Right.
Honestly, it's Die Hard and Terminator 2 probably are the two that just leap right at my face. So, yeah. If
you got to pick one, though.
If I have to pick one of them,
Sophie's Choice these movies.
Oh, man. If I have to watch one, I'm probably watching Die Hard.
Yeah, good call.
Mainly because I just love quoting various stuff through the movie and watching Hans Gruber fall off with that terrible backdrop. And I'm sorry, spoilers.
Right. Spoilers. The expression they got on What's his name? Fucking
the actor's name?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman?
Yeah, on Rickman's face. Mm-hmm. Is because they dropped him when he wasn't ready to get dropped. And granted, he didn't fall off the building, but it was still a dropping scene that they had to do. Mm-hmm. And that's how they got that oh shit expression.
Nice.
It's because they're we're going to drop you on 3, and then they're 1, and they drop him.
Well, it makes sense. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's fun movie fact in Close Encounters of the Third Kind when the kitchen goes fucking AWOL.
Yeah.
You know that scene? Like, nobody knew about it except for the one kid. That's why the one kid was like, this is fine. Everyone else is freaking out.
Nice.
Which is, it's amazing. I love shit like that.
Yeah, I agree. It does. Well, you know, because it makes sense. Like when you're on like the, what's that ride at Cedar Point? The one that drops you or shoots you straight up in the air?
Oh, Power Tower.
Power Tower, yeah. When you're at the top of that, you know, and you're just looking around and all of a sudden, blah, Jesus, you know, and the bottom falls out. You know, I'm sure there'd be great pictures up there.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. So how about you? What's yours?
I got to go classic Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Because he was in, like, you know, in me coming up, that was like the action dude of the
yeah,
you know.
Certainly was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? You know, big square jaw, you know, biceps that look like fucking pythons or some shit.
Yeah.
No? And I have a choice. It was either Running Man or Commando, but I think I'm leaning towards Commando.
Okay.
Because despite the awfulness of like when a guy falls off a roof and you can clearly see the blue pad he's landing on.
Right.
I love the fact that he takes out a dude's dick with an axe and chops off a guy's forehead with a saw blade.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
You know, and it's full of one-liners. Like, oh, yeah, you know, what happened to what's his name? I let him go. And, you know, all kinds of just dumb shit, you know?
Well, it's a typical Schwarzenegger movie.
That's what I let off some steam. Yeah, I love it all.
My favorite one for the cheesy quotes is probably always going to be Running Man. But, you know, the others have some great lines. Don't get me wrong.
What happened to Buzzsaw? He split.
Yep. Stick around.
Yeah, it's just terrific.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got to go Commando.
Okay. I was curious. Like, I figured it was going to be a Schwarzenegger movie, and the ones I had picked out were probably, you know, because after I said Terminator 2, I was thinking more of his older movies, and I was like, oh, you know what, you know, because Commando and then the Predator and, you know, stuff like that too. And
wait, just the body count in Commando alone,
right? Yeah,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. I haven't watched that ever.
I doubt it holds up.
Oh, it can't hold up, right?
I kind of want to watch it.
You know what, though? The way it may hold up is in a, it's so
like
bad.
Fun way?
Yeah, it's so bad that it's entertaining, you know?
Maybe, Brian. Maybe. For bonus Patreon content, we watch Commando.
Yeah, I like this idea.
Like we watch it, and as it's on, we record, so we have a salty language layover track for Commando.
Right.
We bust out. We'll have. I know she works for Hobie now, but we have Jeannie from Hobie make us some old fashions.
Yeah, ooh,
like 6 or 7 of them.
That's a great idea.
And we fucking go deep.
By the end of it, we're just this movie.
Exactly. Like we'll sit down. We'll look at each other. We'll shake our hands. Be like, we're talking to the devil tonight. We just start drinking bourbon.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I like this idea. We should do that.
Saying.
So I haven't watched it forever. So, yeah.
All right. It sounds like a great idea.
All right. Well, there you go. The question of the week is, what is your favorite action movie?
Show me what you got.
Now, depending on the ages of the various people listening to our show, I'd be curious to see what they say.
That's where I'm at, too, because I figure most people our age are probably going to be you know, within, like, there's probably 3 actors that are really going to pop to people's minds. You know?
Right.
And it's, you know, Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, you know, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody I can't think of. But Steven Seagal? No.
I mean, like for instance, if Old Man Ken listened to our show, he'd be like, I love that one where John Wayne punched a guy out. He'd be like, oh, you crazy old bastard.
He's like, the one I like is a silent picture.
Before you had these talkies.
Yeah. Nobody knows who the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
It. Yeah.
This is for us.
It is. So
he's old. That's why he's Old Man Ken. That's all you need to know.
We've known him like 23 years roughly, and he's always been Old Man Ken.
Yeah, exactly. Picture somebody 3 steps away from death. Now take 2 steps away. That's him.
That's terrible. Yeah. If for some reason, Ken, you're listening, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. How you doing?
Oh wait, he doesn't know about the internet.
Oddly enough, he was working customer support for a long time. He worked at like Convergys and stuff like that.
That's lies.
But I'm just saying.
That's what he said.
What is this sorcery?
Exactly. He was actually tacking together saddles, not understanding our world.
Like, Ken, what are you doing? The phone's ringing off the hook. Them devil devices.
Satan's machine?
That's funny. I said devil devices and you said Satan's machine.
Exactly.
Nice. Satan's machine
is a sound of demons.
Satan's machine should be a band if it isn't already.
It probably is.
Yeah, I hope so.
If not, you're right. It should be.
Yeah.
What does Satan's machine produce?
Well, I mean, realistically, it should be like black death metal kind of stuff, but, you know. I don't know.
I have a feeling it's something more nefarious.
Could be. What, like country?
Fidget spinners?
No.
That was my favorite thing. We went to the beer store a couple weeks ago, and I had to ask the guy, I'm like, do you sell any of these things anymore? And the guy was like, nah.
Yeah.
But then he's like, the first week they came out, I sold, what did he say, like a couple hundred of them or something crazy?
Yeah, a few hundred or something. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
And I was just like, nah. Just like anything else. It's just like, oh my God, everyone starts beating off about it, and then it just goes away.
Right. Well, you know, it is funny, though. It's like, I get it, you know, because, like, Fluffy Bunny Ash and I were talking about this, because she was like, why do people get so enraged over these things? And then she basically was like, you know, it's got to be that, like, you know, our parents hated whatever was a trend for us. Their parents probably hated whatever was, you know, like rock and roll music, you know, and before that they hated, I don't know, fire. And, you know, so.
God, Grog loves that fire shit.
Fire a fad. Grog no use fire.
Fire a fad.
Yeah. But, you know, I think she's right on that. It really is. It's just parents are just annoyed by whatever it is their kids are like, I have to have all of these, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's Pokemon or it's fidget spinners or Pogs or...
whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm annoyed by right now that my kids are into? Well, kids specifically being daughter.
Everything?
Is yeah, well, pretty much. But I'll walk into the living room and be like, oh, hey, honey, what you watching? I'm watching Glee.
Yep.
Yeah. I go, what?
Is it one of your favorite shows?
Why are you watching Glee? It's so good, and there's so many seasons of it on Netflix. Then you see me in the corner of like a can of gas, like I'm a monk.
Yeah. Nice. I like that idea.
Right?
We should do that. Like, just dump gasoline on you and set you on fire. I'm in.
For sure.
I mean, yeah.
Anything to get rid of these Cockleburrs or whatever.
Right, yeah, well, that's the only way to get rid of them is to burn them off.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Aggressively burn them off.
Oh, yeah, with like giant flamethrower, like World War II flamethrowers.
Exactly. Oh, that is something I watched.
What?
Hacksaw Ridge. I watched Hacksaw Ridge.
Why does that sound familiar to me? I can't.
It's a World War II movie that doesn't star. Well, it has Vince Vaughn in it, I guess, but it was good. I don't know. It was on HBO, whatever the fuck, and I was like, "Hey, I'm watching this," and
that's their app.
It was good. It was based on a reality thingy or actual whatever, and I don't know, if you want to see some people die a lot with artillery and gunshots and flamethrowers, and you want to see another guy like save people and
watch Saving Private Ryan. Oh no,
it's it was like Saving Private Ryan 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I watched it, I was like, because it still was like a war movie still. Like, dirt and a guy with a helmet and feeds in green. I'm like, this is a war movie. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, actually, you watched it because you were hoping for like a lot of hacksaws or Hacksaw Jim Duggan, whichever.
Well, here's what it hit me. It hit me my sweet spot of childhood. I was like, Hacksaw Ridge, that's a lot like Hamburger Hill. I want to watch this now.
That was the first thing I thought of, actually, because I remember watching that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense to me.
I know, which Hamburger Hill sounds delicious.
Not for me, apparently, but.
Well, no, not for you. Yeah, good point.
My tummy.
Like, I think if you had Hamburger Hill and you got like a roaring forest fire going around it, that's a delicious meatloaf.
Oh, man.
It's like smoky from all the wood and all the little woodland creatures that got burned alive in it, like add to the flavor.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, man, that's good eating.
That's
right
good
there.
eating. You're right. Just tuck into that. Yeah.
I know, right? Like, I'm going to go camp on Hamburger Hill. I was going to eat the floor.
Now, here's a question. Is there any sort of topping on it? Is there caramelized ketchup or a tomato sauce or gravy, something like that over the top?
It depends on what the weather brings, Brian. If a mustard storm comes in, you're living large.
Oh, man.
What is that, Dijon? This is perfect.
I don't remember it ever raining Dijon mustard.
You were living in the wrong part of the country.
Sounds like you've been in Whimsydale, my friend.
Whimsydale.
Yep.
Unicorn on the cob for days.
Delicious. One last thing about Whimsydale. The first time I went to it in Diablo, I was playing with my nephew, and he hit he was like a barbarian, hits it with his sword, and it just splits the thing in half. The unicorn.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't put up a good fight.
No. Well, some of them do. That are more like, the higher level. Because there's, like unique ones that are more powerful or whatever. So
They have like armor on and shit?
No, they just have like higher hit points. And they glow.
Oh.
So
you would think the higher level ones, like, like there's a unicorn that's sitting there that's cross-eyed, looking at its stupid horns, like, oh, that's cool, and it just dies immediately. And there's another one that it's got like an eye patch and a scar. Mm-hmm. Its fucking rainbow mane is shaved down. Yeah. It's a fucking badass.
Makes sense.
It's got like, I don't know, like a donkey tattoo on its arm and a big cross thing through it, like, no donkeys, because he's super racist.
I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. A bottle of Jack and,
Exactly.
Cigarettes.
Probably some sort of unicorn biker gang situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, I ride with the Pegasi. You're like, oh, shit, this guy's badass.
That's a different type of horse.
But yeah, I know, but he identifies with them.
Oh, okay.
Because he wears their colors.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm back in.
He's just patched in.
All right.
To the Pegasi.
Oh, that makes sense.
Does it?
No.
I didn't think
Makes
so
sense
either.
if you had a giant mug of rum. No.
Yes. What was some ginger ale? I had some ginger ale in there.
Well, naturally.
What am I, a complete alcoholic?
No, not complete.
Not exactly. Only situationally.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's a show, right?
I don't know. I could keep yammering for hours.
I know, but we should stop. So
should we?
It's over 2 hours.
Well, Brian, tomorrow's Conor McGregor.
Yeah, there's that.
Or is that today? Hold on.
Well, technically, it's tomorrow. We're still.
Oh, I'm just getting a flashing battery sign. My Fitbit's dying on me.
That's pretty awesome.
So it is still tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll talk about that in the next show. Maybe we can put up something for even everybody, some sort of video situation.
Nah, probably not.
Fuck everybody. You're right.
That's right. We'll see. So, as always, head over to saltylanguage.com, click all the links, hit up the Patreon page if you could. That we'd greatly appreciate it. Or if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, swing by the site first and then our site first and click the Amazon banner. Shop away as normal. Doesn't cost you anything extra. Also, if you use iTunes, please rate, review, and subscribe. And if you use other podcast apps, please use the like and share buttons because that helps bring people to us.
It does. And that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know y'all want to keep Salty Language to yourselves. You're like, this is like a delicious hidden gem of awesomeness.
Yeah.
But tell all your friends. Tell your mother. Tell your grandmother.
Yeah.
She'll love our racist hijinks.
Oh, grandmothers love us. I mean,
my God, I would totally play that racing game.
We totally know cougars love me. So I figured
cougars, indeed.
Velociraptors must love us, right?
Right.
Because that's what we deemed was after.
Yes.
Okay. Also, while you're
Ryan,
on, what?
Why haven't we gone cougar hunting?
While you're on the website, check out the networks that we're part of, such as Tangent Network, Geek Life Radio playlist, and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
entertainment. So
indeed.
Boom.
And
if you wanna contact us, again, if you want to be part of Dude Mountain, hit us up via email, saltylanguage@gmail.com. Make sure you send me your email or whatever, and I'll respond and give you an invite, or, on Twitter, DM me and, slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to remind everybody, less than a month left for my birthday, so get them nudes ready and,
It's true.
and,
It's true.
um,
Girls, get them titties out. Gentlemen, paint your dicks like a unicorn horn.
and don't send me those pictures. Send those directly to Tony.
It would be hilarious.
It would be. You're right.
Yeah. If a dong shows up
Mhm.
with gradient kernels on it, one, get that shit checked out.
Yeah,
You should see a
definitely.
doctor
Cockleburrs.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I want to see gradient warts.
I was going to
Sounds
say,
horrible.
yeah, that does sound terrible.
Yeah, never mind. Keep all that.
Yeah.
Keep that in your pants.
Right? Yeah.
In fact, keep that in your pants. Hop in your car, drive into a quarry, like off the edge, Groundhog Day style,
That
immediately.
Seems a little harsh.
Your dick might survive. You will not.
Remember, Tony, things can be cleansed with fire. So,
Okay, I don't know. Gradient dick?
yeah, you can burn it off.
Can you?
The whole thing. Yeah. Boom. Dead.
Wow.
Yep.
Fire's pretty awesome.
That's what I keep saying. People
I
keep
know,
refuting it, and I keep saying.
People said it was a fad.
Yeah.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck those people. Fuck Grog.
Yeah, fuck you, Grog. You don't know what you're talking about. I check your blog, the Grog blog.
Oh, God. That's terrible. All right, so you can hit us up on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I am at Monotony, although, you should really just hit me up at salty_language on Snapchat if you're into that whole thing.
I'm at Ninjitsu.
Go there for the weird heads I put on.
Oh, yeah, you certainly should. This past Tuesday, there was a fantastic one.
Yeah.
You
It was a montage.
You should
Everybody
post-
at the bar had a new face.
You should post that on Instagram if you can.
It's long gone.
Ah, damn it. All right.
Yep, long
All right.
gone.
People missed out.
People missed out.
You missed out on nightmares, but it still was worth seeing.
Well, exactly, yeah, for sure.
What are you going to do?
Also, Salty Language Pod on Instagram.
Mhm.
And feel free to hit us up on the voicemail, 415-857-2589. You can leave us your Q2W answers, Q2W suggestions. You can just talk shit. You can be like, dude, I got a gradient dick. Fuck you, and hang up. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hit us up
Mhm.
on the voicemails.
I like it.
If you want to hear your big dumb voice in our big dumb show, boom.
If we were going to start a podcast now, Big Dumb Show would be so what I would want to name it.
It would be pretty great.
Yeah, So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. That's it, right? I can't think of anything else.
I don't know. We just keep going and
Fuck
going.
it. All the links you need are over at saltylanguage.com. So, just
It's true.
head over there and just be prepared for all the sensuality.
Oh, man.
Just,
prep your jimmies.
be careful. I'm just saying, while you're driving, don't hit the website,
Yeah. Like, if you're a lady, put a towel on your seat. If you're a gentleman,
Put a piss tarp
you might
down.
want to tug a couple out first so you don't have a spontaneous eruption.
Right, right. Or if you have a piss tarp, lay that down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you got a piss tarp, you're good then.
A little callback on that.
Yeah, for sure. The old piss tarp.
Yeah. What I love is when we reference stuff that's probably from like 100 episodes ago.
Yeah, exactly. People are like, what? Piss tarp? They Google it and I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. So, all right. So, I guess have beer, you'll be fine.
I know there's probably something I should say besides stay salty, but stay salty.
Yeah. And remember, get them Cockleburrs checked out. That's no good.
And that gradient dick.